Hello everyone, this is Elliott Serrano and Jose Melendez coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois. Thank you for joining us here on the Comic Culture Warrior video channel. So, in our reviews today, I wanted to do kind of a brief hit because... Of a miss. That's good.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Because we haven't really been talking about Bendis's run on Avengers ever since the whole...
on here we haven't.
Not on here. But the whole the Dark Avengers thing has kind of soured me on Bendis on the books. And before Jose, I knew we were gone for a little bit, so we had some catching up to do. Jose asked me to come in, and just for the hell of it, I picked up New Avengers. Trying to read a bunch of things before we'd start recording. I picked up New Avengers number 56. Has this, this nice Stuart Immonen cover. Oh man, and it has yet again another portrayal of the Dark Avengers and the
New Avengers.
Well, the real Avengers going at it, and none of that happens in this book. But how many times are they going to do that? But anyway. So I picked this book up, and I was kind of intrigued because remember, the issue previous to this, you had reviewed it on the Comic Culture Warrior blog. So understand that if it's something that we don't get to talk about on this show, Jose is reviewing it on the blog. The Avengers came off as the most incompetent team ever, walking right into a trap. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even a trap set by the Dark Avengers. It was a trap set by the friggin' the Wrecking Crew, of all people. The Wrecking Crew and this other criminal mastermind. I'm not important why. I decide just to pick it up. Stuart Immonen does just this gorgeous work.
So wasted on this book.
I know, and I pick up this book, and you look at this opening spread here, and of course this pulled me in right away to read the book. It's a Mockingbird on her own versus the Wreckers. The rest of the New Avengers are down. And what is she going to do? So I pick it up, and I'm reading it. I read the first couple issues, the first couple pages, and I'm suddenly drawn into the book. Jose even commented to me. He saw me reading New Avengers. You went, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm reading New Avengers." You went, "Why?" And I said, I don't know. It's just really kind of good right now. And Mockingbird Bobby is taking on the Wreckers. She's grabbing Captain America's shield. She's got his gun. She's doing all this cool stuff, going back and forth. And it looks like the Avengers are going to rally. And I'm going, this is a pretty decent issue. Finally, I'm going to enjoy a New Avengers book again. Until... And I wish I had that sound effect where, you have the sound of the needle on the record. The thing just goes...
Like scratching.
Yeah, the scratching of the needle. The effing Sentry shows up, okay? And once the Sentry shows up, the whole story falls off the rails. Why? Because all of a sudden the book becomes... Dark Avengers. And Bendis forgets that he was writing a New Avengers book.
A Dark Avengers book?
Yeah.
Well, he's coming back to it next issue.
No, I'm just saying he forgot that he was writing a New Avengers, and he I think you know what it was? I think he was missing the Dark Avengers because Fraction had been writing the last couple issuhes.
Hell, so I have another Avengers book I'm writing. I'll just throw them in there.
Yeah, just throw them in there, and which is exactly what happens. The book turns into Dark Avengers
because then it follows
into the Hood.
Yeah.
Talks about the Hood and all the bad guys, all the effing Dark Avenger, all the bad guys. See, the reason I pick up New Avengers is because I want to read about the real Avengers, the good guys.
Oh, if you want to read about the real Avengers, you should be reading Mighty Avengers.
Mighty Avengers, which is
getting canceled.
Getting canceled, right. So you see, this is a thing that's just killing me right now about what Bendis is doing. Not only are the books getting decompressed, but they're losing their individual identities, okay?
Well, we've always complained about how none of the books really have an identity because Bendis writes everybody exactly the same because they're all interchangeable.
They're all, and I know Bendis, he has talked about how being able to write New Avengers and Dark Avengers. And I remember he was doing Mighty Avengers and New Avengers. He said he wanted to be able to tell stories from each side. You know, like the New Avengers were one side of the story. The Mighty Avengers, the legal Avengers, when Tony Stark was in charge of them, were the other side. So he wanted to be able to look at each side of the story. But here, it's not even doing that. It's
not even telling when the Dark Avengers show up. It's not even telling the story from the point of view of the New Avengers. It's the point of view of the Dark Avengers.
Right.
It literally just changes into a Dark Avengers book.
Yes.
Because all the narration, everything is about Harry Osborn or Norman Osborn, and it's all about the Dark Avengers at this point.
Yeah, because all up until the beginning, when Mockingbird is fighting the Wrecking Crew, everything is being told through her point of view, and it's her internal monologue.
And Spider-Man, and
then bam, and then the whole thing
kind of gone.
Yeah, and then it's like they become forgotten, which is what to me is just what's happening with the New Avengers. The New Avengers are an afterthought.
They are.
They are kind of an afterthought, and it pains me. I mean, obviously there's something going on that Brian Bendis is intending to do with the books that I'm completely missing.
Well, he's always intends to do something, and then he's like, I don't want to do that anymore, and then he just drops it.
Well, Bendis is an incredibly capable writer who can, and again, I'm reading these first few pages, and I am drawn into this book again. You've got, again, Mockingbird, a female character. She's taking on the Wreckers. She's doing a great job. I'm going, all right, this is what I've been waiting to see.
And I kept waiting for Bendis to kill her, and that's exactly. I'm sorry. For as good as you thought, that's exactly what was going through my head. I'm like, man, she's gonna get fucked up.
Well, yeah.
It is a Bendis book.
Yeah, well.
But here's my question. So in the last issue, what happened is this guy has this device that depowers everybody. Mm-hmm. Does Ronan have powers? Isn't he just like Mockingbird?
Yeah, and Mockingbird actually makes that point within it. She says, why is he out of the count, down for the count? It's all skill. He's got no powers. That makes, you're absolutely right about that. So,
I mean, yeah, so...
The fact that it seems sort of convenient that's what's going on there.
Exactly.
And it's kind of, and I'm a little annoyed by that.
Like, why is Luke Cage having a heart attack?
But you see what? Yeah, no, you're right.
He doesn't explain any of it. Like, I understand. All right, Spider-Man has powers because he's a radioactive spider. If he's depowered, that's fine. I completely buy that. Captain America, they make some kind of, they talk about how he has like a cybernetic arm. Why should that fucking matter? Why should that affect him? Yeah. It's not a part,
Maybe his arm doesn't work, but the rest of them should be fine.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
But but it depowers people. Why would his robotic arm stop working?
Mm-hmm. And on the other hand, too...
it's all just a matter of convenience.
The Hood also on a quest to regain his power because he lost the power that he got from Dormammu. So what does he do? Instead of thinking, every time I deal with the forces of darkness, I end up getting screwed at the end... he follows Loki. Yeah. Because Loki is always a straight dealer with everyone, she deals with because she's a she now.
And she's giving him more magic, which, that's not going to backfire ever.
Oh, yeah, never going to, this...
It's people thinking, just characters just thinking erratically. It's just ridiculous. There's no explanations for anything that's really going on. And it's just all about whatever's convenient for Bendis to tell the story that he wants to tell.
For the purposes of the plot, which is unfortunate because, again, he can write way better than this. So, I wanted to... I walked into it, and this is the problem, was that I walked into it,
you got kicked in the
nuts. I got kicked in the nuts by it. I was really enjoying the book. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm telling you, which is terrible. It's killing me that I can't enjoy a Stuart Immonen book. Please, Marvel, please.
I know. He was an Ultimate Spider-Man with Bendis, and I didn't read that. And though I wanted to buy it,
I want Next Wave back. What do we need to do to bring back Next Wave?
If Ages of Atlas and books like that can't even make it, Next Wave is never coming back ever. Yeah. And that's a shame because that book was fucking awesome.
Oh man, you guys are killing me right now. And you know what? It's not just Marvel. Fanboys are killing me right now.
Why doesn't Marvel throw some of those books into the Icon line where they're smaller print runs, and maybe they're a little bit more money? But you know what? I would pay
a little more for
just for a 22-page Stuart Immonen and Warren Ellis Next Wave.
Yeah, I would. I would too.
Those Icon books all have little print runs. Why don't you just throw them in there? Maybe they can make some money off of shit like that. Because Next Wave, it's not even a real Marvel proper book.
Well, the thing too was, the reality was they couldn't pay Stewart the money to make it worth his time to stay on the book. And Ellis too, yeah. But the book was selling out like mad.
Yeah, I know it was.
Oh,
and it was awesome.
Why are you killing me so? Why? All right. Well, I tried giving it a shot, guys. I really did. I tried. And this is what I got for it. So, I'm done. Basta. And I think we're done with this. So, we'll see you in the next segment.